Peace. You know, some of you have been trying to cancel or hold accountable Deante Kyle for a while, to no avail. To the point where you're now starting to sound like Jesse talking about Walter White.
You can't keep getting away with this! He can't keep getting away with it!
Except that he can keep getting away with it. He will keep getting away with it. He should keep getting away with it. And what is it? Truth and transparency. But for a little bit of context, many people use the verse, "Judge not lest thou be judged," as a way of saying that we shouldn't judge people, when in fact the intention of that verse is actually instructions on how to judge people. It's saying the exact opposite of don't judge. What it's saying is, if you are going to judge your brother, your sister, whomever, do so righteously, not selfishly, not spitefully. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. More importantly, learn to do unto others as they would have you do unto them. For by that same measure, you will be measured. And it's not just Deante Kyle. I see it happen all the time with beloved big creators who for some reason fall out of favor with a certain faction of their followers. And also people who wasn't following them in the first place. And there's a call for accountability that quickly turns into cacophony. Saw it happen with Justin Scott, Conscious Lee. Instead of going for light, went for heat. But the reason this method is failing is because let's think of creators like politicians running for office and consider their platform. Well, these politicians are running on the platform of truth and transparency. Now, to be clear, truth is subjective. It's a matter of perspective, which is not the same thing as facts. Facts have to be empirically provable. Now, while these creators do deal in facts, most of the time they're dealing in perspective. They're sharing their opinions on matters of fact. And therefore, perfection is not expected. People are following them to hear how they think, how they feel, their opinion, their philosophy on matters of fact, not necessarily as the sole source of the facts themselves. But they are sharing their opinions with a great deal of transparency, which people can relate to. And when it gets to the point where the person who's being criticized is showing much more vulnerability than the people who are criticizing them, the base, the audience, the people who hoisted that beloved creator up to their position are not going to be able to relate to the critics. And you know why? Because the criticism isn't coming from a place of love. In order to successfully cancel or hold accountable anyone, you have to be able to make an appeal to their base and their backers. If they lose the base, the backers will fall out. But if they lose the backers, the base may not fall out. And in fact, the backers may come back if the base stands firm. So it all goes back to the base. And if the base of a beloved creator realizes that what you're doing is not coming from a place of love, there's going to be a disconnect. And they're going to double down in defense of the person that you're trying to hold accountable spitefully. It's one thing to have a legitimate and fundamental disagreement with Justin Scott on the use of ChatGPT, which he was transparent about. It's quite another to refer to him as a pseudo-intellectual, to reduce your position to name-calling. His base ain't gonna rock with that, and you don't make up enough of his base to hold him accountable. It's one thing to say that Consciously has had a few takes that were controversial that you disagree with on a fundamental level. Sure. It happens to everyone. It's quite another to continually attack that man's family, his wife, his kids, his mama, his daddy. Y'all have tried it all, none of which came in the form of love. And his followers see that. When you're dealing with creators who have been transparent about their shortcomings, their flaws, their mistakes, their past, the things that they have done wrong and the things that have been done wrong to them, versus those who sit up high and look down low at them and judge from a position of superiority. That ain't gonna hold them accountable because their base don't rock with that. And the backers ain't phased because the base is still rocking with the person that you're trying to criticize. You are incapable of holding anyone accountable that you don't love. All you can do to someone you don't love is punish them. And that is what many of you are trying to do. You want to punish Deante Kyle. And you're not being honest about that. And his base, who love him so, see that. So here's a novel idea. If you want to hold beloved people accountable, try love. And no, I don't mean prefacing something shady with "my dear beloved brother" like some folk be doing. I mean, genuinely, try love. There is no love in calling Consciously's kids half-breeds. There is no love in calling Justin Scott a half-wit. There is no love out of frustration and anger calling Deante Kyle everything but a child of God when the man done told you the answer.
We are loving people. We love everybody who loves us.
You just don't want to do it. You don't want to try love. And without love, there's no accountability. We out here.